Hey there, wise ones. Get comfy, grab that favorite mug of tea, and let's huddle up for a story that'll grip your heart, rattle your bones, and leave you thinking long after it's done. This isn't just any tale. It's a wild, spine-chilling saga from a village where trust was shattered, secrets festered, and a desperate woman's choice turned everyday clothes into a curse so dark it nearly broke a community. My dear elders, this one's for you. A wake-up call about the dangers of chasing glittery promises and the power of standing together against evil. We're diving into greed, betrayal, and a hidden ritual that'll make your skin crawl. Ready to walk this shadowy path with me? Let's dive in. Picture a village called Quale, nestled in a lush valley where the river sings and palm trees sway like they're sharing old secrets. The sun rises slow, painting the mud huts and yam fields with a golden glow that feels like a hug from the heavens. The air's alive with the scent of roasting maize and fresh earth, and the chatter of kids chasing chickens blends with the hum of life. In Quale, folks are tight. Neighbors swap bowls of stew, elders spin tales under the big Iroko tree, and trust is the glue that holds it all together. Everyone knows your name, your story, your struggles. In this village lives a woman named Ebele. Now Ebele's got less than nothing. Her hut's a wreck, roof leaking like a broken pot, walls crumbling, windows just gaping holes letting in the cold night wind. She's got no bed, no blanket, just a hard dirt floor where she curls up, shivering, praying for a miracle. Her clothes? Rags so thin they barely cover her. The villagers know her, but they whisper, "Ebele's cursed, bad luck sticks to her like dust." Women she played with as a girl are now wives, their homes warm with kids' laughter, their wrappers bright. Ebele? She's alone. No husband, no children, just a loneliness that cuts deeper than any knife. Have you ever felt like life dealt you the short end, wise ones? Drop a comment and share. I'm all ears. Ebele's no quitter, though. She's up before dawn, hustling to survive. She fetches water for a coin or two, scrubs clothes till her hands bleed, weeds farms under a sun that burns like fire. But no matter how hard she works, her pockets stay empty. Villagers toss her scraps, if they pay at all. Come back tomorrow, they say, shooing her away. Her childhood friends, now draped in fine cloth, look past her like she's invisible. Men avoid her, scared her curse will taint them. Ebele walks Quale's dusty paths like a ghost, unnoticed, unloved, her heart heavy but her spirit stubborn. She keeps going, head high, even as the whispers grow louder. One blistering afternoon, she's at the river, washing her tattered wrappers. The waters rush her only friend. Her hands ache, her back screams, but she hums an old song, clinging to hope. Then, footsteps, soft but sure. Ebele turns, heart leaping. There stands a woman straight out of a dream. Her wrapper shimmers like woven moonlight. Her beads gleam like stars, and her smile's sharp as a machete. "Good day, Ebele," she says, voice smooth as palm oil. Ebele blinks, thrown. "Good day, ma. Do I know you?" The woman steps closer, her eyes glinting like she sees right through her. "I'm Ngozi. I've been watching you, Ebele. I know your struggles, your pain, and I've got a deal that'll turn your life around." Have you ever met someone who seemed to know too much about you, wise ones? Tell me in the comments. Ebele's gut twists, but Ngozi's words hook her. "What deal?" she asks, gripping her wet rags. Ngozi pulls a silk bag from her waist and draws out a stack of crisp cash. More money than Ebele's ever seen. Enough to rebuild her hut, buy food, maybe even respect. It's simple, Ngozi says, her voice low. Collect used underwear, panties, from the villagers. Bring me as many as you can, and I'll pay you like this every time. Ebeli's jaw drops. Panties? Why on earth? Ngozi's smile tightens, her eyes cold. No questions, Ebeli. Just do it, and you'll never be poor again. She presses the cash into Ebeli's trembling hands and glides off, her wrapper trailing like smoke. Ebeli sits by the river, the money heavy, her mind a whirlwind. Panties. It's odd, maybe wrong, but this cash could fix her roof, fill her belly, make her someone the village notices. She tucks the money into her wrapper and heads home, hope sparking for the first time in years. That night, she lies on her cold floor, Ngozi's words echoing. By morning, she's got a plan. Asking for just panties would raise red flags, so she'll be smart. She hits the market, Ngozi's cash, buying shiny buckets, bowls, baskets, each one gleaming like a promise of a better life. Have you ever been tempted by a deal that felt shaky but too good to refuse? Wise ones? Share it below. Ebeli starts her hustle, knocking on doors across Kwale. Good morning, Mama, she says to an old woman, holding up a bright blue bucket. I'm trading these for old clothes, shoes, or panties you don't need. The woman squints, suspicious. Panties? What kind of business is that? Ebeli's smile doesn't waver. A new venture, Mama. Quality goods for your old stuff. The woman shrugs, grabs the bucket, and hands over a pile of faded wrappers and a couple of worn panties. Ebeli moves on, house to house, her pitch smooth, her buckets vanishing fast. By dusk, her sacks stuffed, shirts, shoes, and, hidden inside, the panties Ngozi wants. That night, in her crumbling hut, Ebeli sorts her haul by lamplight, setting the panties in a special bag. The rest, clothes, shoes, she sneaks to the river and burns in a hidden spot, the flames crackling as they swallow the evidence. Her heart pounds, but the thought of more cash keeps her steady. The next day, she meets Ngozi by the riverbank, the water glinting like silver. Ngozi checks the sack, her smile cold as stone. Well done, Ebeli, she says, handing over another fat stack of cash. Ebeli's chest tightens, hope, fear, and a shadow of guilt swirling inside. Thank you, she whispers, clutching the money. Ngozi's eyes flash. Keep going. Your life's about to change. Have you ever done something that felt off but kept going for the payoff, wise ones? Drop it in the comments. Word of Ebeli's trade spreads like wildfire through Kwale. Have you seen Ebeli's bowls? A woman gossips at the market. I traded my old headscarf for one. So pretty. Another chimes in. I gave her my husband's old shorts and got a basket. Soon, every door Ebeli knocks on swings open, women shoving past each other to hand over panties, skirts, anything for her shiny goods. Her sacks are never empty, and Ngozi's payments roll in like a river. Ebeli's trade doesn't stop at Kwale. She branches out, hauling her buckets to nearby villages, Ogbe, Umu, Asaba, even far-off Onitsha. Everywhere she goes, the story's the same. Kids shout, Ebeli's here, and women swarm, their old panties piling up in her sacks. I've never seen such fine baskets. A grandmother in Umu gushes, tossing in 3 pairs. Ebeli's sacks grow heavier, her purse fatter. Back in Kwale, her hut's a wonder. Tin roof, painted walls, a real bed with a mat. She wears beads that clink, eats chicken stew, and for the first time, she feels seen. But not everyone's buying her glow-up. Amaka, her neighbor, is sharp as a hawk. Amaka's always watched Ebeli, not out of spite but instinct. She notices the late-night trips, the way Ebeli's calm face hides something heavy. Where's she sneaking off to with those sacks? Amaka mutters. One night, curiosity burns too hot. She wraps herself in a dark shawl and follows, silent, her heart thumping. The river path is dark, the air cold, but Amaka keeps pace, ducking behind bushes. At the riverbank, she sees Ngozi, her wrapper glowing like a ghost's, candles circling her in a perfect ring. Ebeli hands over a sack, and Ngozi pulls out the panties, discarding the rest. Then, Ngozi chants, her voice low and eerie, the air thickening like smoke. Amaka's breath catches as the panties vanish in a burst of sickly light, Ngozi's laugh cutting the night like a blade. Amaka stumbles back, terror clawing her chest. What has she seen? Have you ever uncovered a secret that scared you senseless wise ones? Share it in the comments. Amaka bolts home, her feet barely touching the ground. She slams her door, bolts it, and sinks to the floor, Ngozi's laugh echoing in her head. Sleep won't come. The candles, the chants, the vanishing panties burn in her mind. At first light, she's off, racing to the elders' compound, dust flying under her feet. The elders are sipping early palm wine, their faces creased with age, but Amaka's panic snaps them awake. It's Ebele, she gasps, words tumbling. She's doing something evil by the river. I saw a woman, Ngozi, chanting, making panties disappear. It's witchcraft. The elders lean in, their eyes narrowing. Slow down, Amaka, the head elder says. What exactly did you see? Amaka spills it all. Candles, chants, the eerie light, Ngozi's laugh. The elder's face hardens. This is grave. Ring the village bell. The bell's sharp clang rouses Kwale, and soon the square's packed, men, women, kids, all murmuring. Ebeli's summoned, and she walks in, head high but eyes darting like a trapped bird. Ebeli, the head elder booms. Amaka claims you're tied to dark rituals. Explain yourself. The crowd falls silent, their stares heavy. Ebeli's knees wobble, her voice a whisper. I can't. I swore an oath. If I speak, I'll go mad or die. Gasps ripple through. An oath? A man shouts. The elder signals for the chief priest, and the crowd parts as he strides in, his staff tapping, his eyes sharp as flint. Have you ever felt truth hanging in the air, ready to break free, wise ones? Tell me below. The priest towers over Ebele, his voice like a storm. You've bound yourself to evil. Speak, and the spirits will protect you. He raises his staff, chanting, the air buzzing with power. Ebele crumples, sobbing. It's Ngozi, she wails. She's a witch. She made me collect panties for her rituals, to steal your strength, your luck, your lives. She promised riches, said she'd kill me if I refused. I was desperate, starving. I'm sorry. The crowd explodes, fear and rage clashing. Our lives? A mother screams, clutching her son. Ebele nods, tears soaking her wrapper. She uses the panties to feed her power, to grow her wealth. I didn't know how bad it was. Forgive me. The priest's eyes blaze. We must find Josie and end her evil. He turns to the crowd. Who gave Ebele panties? Silence grips the square. Then slowly, women step forward, heads bowed. I did, an elder mutters, shame in her voice. Me too, a young wife admits, eyes down. One by one, half the village stands, guilt heavy as stone. The priest draws a circle in the dirt, chanting, torches flaring wild. The ground glows faintly, and the women sway, the curse's grip loosening, but not gone. Ngozi's lair is by the river, under the old baobab tree, the priest declares, his voice cutting the night. We go now. Have you ever seen a community rally against a hidden threat, wise ones? Drop it in the comments. The villagers arm themselves, torches, sticks, stones, their faces grim with purpose. Led by the priest, they march to the river, the night thick with dread. The baobab tree looms, its gnarled branches like fingers clawing the sky. The priest points his staff. "Dig here!" Strong men shovel, sweat mixing with fear, until they uncover a hidden tunnel, dark and reeking of decay. The air's foul, like something dead's been buried too long. Two brave men crawl in, torches flickering, and emerge dragging Ngozi, her once fine wrapper torn, her face twisted in rage. "You fools!" she hisses, voice like a snake's. "You'll all burn for this!" The priest steps forward, unfazed, chanting, his staff glowing with a soft, fierce light. Ngozi screams, clutching her head as if the words sear her. Villagers storm the tunnel, smashing charms, candles, jars of strange liquid, bones tied with red thread. Each shattered item weakens Ngozi, her screams fading to whimpers. Back in the square, they tie her to the ancient iroko tree, its trunk scarred from years of village gatherings. The head elder steps up, his voice heavy. "Ngozi, you stole our lives, our peace. Your evil ends tonight." The crowd raises stones, their fear and anger one. Ngozi's cries pierce the air, then stop, the night falling silent. The air clears like a storm's past. The priest lifts his hands. Kwale is free. But let this be a warning. Evil thrives where greed and secrets fester. Have you ever witnessed justice served, wise ones? Tell me below. The village exhales, but the scars remain. Ebele, broken by guilt, kneels before the crowd, begging forgiveness. "I was blind, hungry," she sobs. "I never meant this harm." Some villagers pity her, others turn away, their trust shattered. The priest tries to heal the cursed women, chanting over them as days pass. Some recover, their strength returns, their eyes clear. But Abeli's punishment lingers. Her legs, once strong, now tremble, each step a struggle. The spirits, the priest says, have marked her for her betrayal. Amaka, the hero who followed Ebele, is celebrated. The chief's son, moved by her courage, asks for her hand, and the village throws a feast, their joy a balm after the darkness. But Abeli's shame grows too heavy. The villagers' cold stares, their whispered judgment, cut deeper than any curse. One dawn, she packs a small bundle, her limp slowing her steps, and leaves Kwale. The dusty road stretches before her figure fading as the village watches, some with relief, others with sorrow. Her name becomes a cautionary tale, told to children by firelight. Beware the woman who traded trust for riches. Kwale heals, but stays wary, guarding against strangers with sweet words and dark deals. Wise ones, greed can blind us, but truth and courage light the way. Hold your loved ones close, and don't chase what sparkles at the cost of your soul. Hit that like button if this story stirred you. Drop a comment with your own tale of trust or temptation, and subscribe for more stories that wake your heart. Stay blessed, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next one.